So I live now and you can see me. Please let me know if you didn't see me. Okay, I will be waiting for you. Okay. Anybody tell me if my sound's clear and if you can see me? We hear you, but we cannot reply very okay. Okay. So I guess we can start by sharing my screen. So at the beginning, I'm Yahya Haruni. I'm a Fend student here with you, and I will be a student, and 3 other students will be. My live stream will last for an hour and a half, and then another student will continue it. Okay, it will last. Our live session would last till 3 p.m. So we will answer all your questions today. Okay, at the beginning, I will start by explaining how you can start working with the memory game. I will download it from the game and we can start working on it together. Okay? So you won't while trying to work with it or anything like that. So if you have already complete the first steps in your memory game, it won't hurt you. You will get another perspective on how we can work on it in a clearer code. That's it. We can start from now. Okay, I will share my screen. Okay, great. I will just open Slack on my another channel to be able to see your comments. Okay, let's start. I will download the project. Okay, sorry. You can clone it. I will just follow the easy steps. I will just download it. I can delete it here, here. Okay. I will drag it to Visual Studio. Okay. Okay. I have installed something called Library Viewer, or I will see use this plugin called Live Server. If you want to install it. Okay. All you have to do is just click on Go Live, and it will just be a server for us to see our changes. Okay. That's it. And work like that. We can see our changes happen without reloading or something like that. Okay. So I'm reading through Slack. You guys know? Okay. I guess I will start. Okay. Before starting the memory game, you should know its main element or its core element. Its core elements is this li. It contains an I tag, which contains the icon itself. Okay. So as you note, all of this is a static content. We will delete all of this content. Okay. But before doing so, we will copy all these icons into an array in our JavaScript code. Okay, so I will just make it like this. It will be okay, just here we will create a list. I will call it icons equal all arrays. Okay, all icons. We will list all our icons here. Okay. As you know, it's a memory game. It's a matching cards, so we should have two icons of the same icon. Okay, an original one and a copy one to match between them. Okay, and here's another one. And another one. That's it. All you have to do is just copy them, or you can go to Font Awesome to choose another icons. That's up to you. We have chosen the anchor before, but we didn't choose leaf. Okay, so we should choose leaf. Okay, choose bicycle. Okay, diamond, we took it before. Bomb, we didn't use it. Yes, we didn't use it, so we will use it twice. And I guess that's it. Okay, let's delete our HTML. Yes, we will delete all our HTML, only our deck, the main parent of the cards. Okay, but the cards itself will be generated automatically by JavaScript. Okay, that's good. Make sure that you have a good structure to start with. You should go here and say icons. You should have 60. Yes. Okay. That's good. Okay, is there anything on Slack? Okay. Okay, I will keep going. So the first thing that we will do, just build, create a cards. Okay. I will just mute my phone. Okay. We will create our cards. Okay. We'll use a for loop that I equals 0, then I is less than icons dot length. Okay. Then I plus plus. We will loop over our array, and this counter will help us to create our cards based on how many icons do we have. Okay, so we will create an element called card equal document dot create element. It's going to be a div. Then we should do something in our div. If you remember, in the previous HTML, here we had our card with a class called card. Okay, so here we will do the same. we will say card dot css list dot class list dot add card. Okay, then we will now we have 16 cards, but we can't see any of them. Okay, that's why we should select the parent and then append those children to our parent. Okay, we will do this by selecting, or let's call it cards container. Okay, that's fine, we don't need a comment. Cards container query selector dict. Okay, so now we have our container, and all we have to do is say card container dot append child and pass the card as an argument. Here you will see that we have our cards, okay? But now we don't have them static. We have them dynamic from our loop, okay? We have missed something here, that we should add an icon in each card. As you see, we don't have any icon here. We only have the card div, okay? We can make it as an li. That's fine, that's fine. Okay, here we say card.innerHTML equal. We need to add an I element with a class name that loop over all of them and pick one at a time. Okay, so we will do something like this. Okay, I will rewrite this in a better way. Okay, but for now, let's just write it as you get used to. Okay, and then here we should say icons of I, and then inspect again. In each one we have an I element with a class with one class of our array. Okay, a better way to do this is just delete it. It's a new syntax in ES6 called template literals. We will use this, not single or double quotes. It's I don't know its name, but it's the button above your tab in your keyboard. Okay, you will say like this. You'll do this, and then here class. That's fine. Just make this $sign and kill the braces, and inside the kill the braces you can write an expression. So we will write icons of I. Okay, we should get the same result. Okay, that's it. Okay, now we have our cards, and inside each card we have an icon from our list. Till now, do you have any question? If you don't have any questions, just write in our Slack, continue or something, so that I can continue. Any questions, or shall I continue? Please write in our Slack. Okay, no question here. Okay, so the next step is to create the card click event. Here we will say, we will select each card and apply and add event listener to this card. Okay, so we'll say card, this card is the one that we have just created. But as long as we are in the same loop, each comments here or each code here will be applied on each card of them. So we will add an event listener here, click, and we will apply this function. Okay. We don't need something too fancy here. We will just alert, not alert, just console.log our card.inner HTML, just to make sure that it works. You should do the same while coding to make sure that your code works without getting lost. Okay, now it's diamond, and this code, this is so it works. It works. Okay, what do we actually need to be happen when we click on a card? Okay, we need to make it flipping or to show the icon inside it. We will do this by select our card, and if you go to your CSS file, here you will find yes, the open and the show. The show, all it does is it increases the font size of the icon itself. Here it's set to 0, so you won't see your icon. If we make it 20 pixel, you will see your icon here. Okay, but it's just set to 0, and by using the dot show, we will see our icon, and by using the dot open, its color will be changed and we will see it. Okay, so all we have to do is add both of these classes. Dot add open and show. Let's try it. Okay, that's it. Till now everything's working fine, but that's not exactly what we need to be happen. Okay, what we need, okay, let me just increase it. Okay, what we need is to save our clicked cards. Okay, we need to save. Okay, let me explain the logic here. We should have two opened cards and then compare them. Okay, so at the beginning you will click on the first element. This should be saved in an array, okay, as an open card. And whenever you click on another one like this, both of them should be saved in an open cards array and get compared to know whether they are matched or not. So our step here is to create an array called opened cards. Okay, it's going to be an empty array, but here it won't be an empty array. Here we will say open cards dot push. We will push our card, our clicked card. But how do we know our clicked card? We will use this. Okay, this refers to this, refers to our clicked card. Let's try it. Okay, we will click on now. Okay, let's hide it. Here we will say open cards. Okay, it's an empty now. After clicking on this, okay, now it has an element. That's what we really need. Okay, and whenever we click on another one, we will get its content. So we will click here again. We'll see that it has two. Okay, till now, we should compare between both of them. But we can't do this. We should check if our opened cards has a child or not. Excuse me, has an element or not. Let me write the code and then explain it. We will say open cards dot length equal 1. We will do something else. We will do something. Okay. Let me tell you something. Here we have an existing opened card. But here we don't have any opened cards. Okay. No, it's raw. It's not jQuery. It's something called template literals. Okay. Okay. Pascal and Renato will answer you. Okay. I will just focus here. So here we don't have any open cards, and here we have an existing open cards. I will tell you what we are going to do to do here. Okay. We will add this code in both of them. Okay. There's no difference. Okay. If you feel that you get lost, that's fine. I will just redirect your thoughts now. Okay. Now nothing's happening. We just add nothing is happening. But here, if we have an already existing open cards, so when we click again and enter this condition here, it's going to be true. Let me explain it. Okay, now we don't have any elements. It will just came here. If open the cardus length equal 1, so it's going to be false. So it will just open it, show it, and add it to our opened cards. That's it. But in the second time, when we click on this, it will come here. Check if our length is equal 1. Excuse me. It would be true. So we will just open it and show it and add it to our open cards. Here, we should compare our two opened cards. Okay. Okay. Is there any questions, or that's fine to continue? Oh, Pascal has already answered it. Okay. So here we should compare our two open cards. This is going to be a little bit tricky, but I will tell you what we're going to be doing. Okay. We will say if this dot HTML equals to open cards of 0 dot inner HTML. Okay, this refers to this, and this is going to be the last clicked element. So it's going to be the second element, not the first element. The first element is this open cards of 0. This is the first one. Okay, as we saved it here. And the second one would be pushed here, and we will use it here to compare between them. So we will just say something like console.log matched else console.log doesn't match. Okay, so we will click on this and this. It's matched. Okay, but when we click on this and this doesn't match, because our inner HTML is different. And here our inner HTML represent the icon inside each one. Okay, so if they have the same icon, both of their inner HTML are going to be the same. You got it? Okay. We are going to move our code to our next stage, but until now, if you have any question, please let me know, as we are going to advance it a little bit more. Okay, so any question, or should I continue? Please write me in Slack channel to let me know. Okay, we have a few people who are watching. Okay. Continue. Okay, thank you. Okay. Here it's matched. What we should be doing if the cards are matched, we should back to our CSS. We have this class called match. Yes, Alex. The inner HTML contains the name of icon because we set it here. Card.inner HTML, it consists of the I element and its class from here. So if they have the same inner HTML, they are going to be either the same card or the card that match it. Okay. Okay, back to the point. Here we have a class called match. We will use the class match when the cards are matched. So we will say something like, okay, to make our code a little bit shorter, we can just do this. Const current card equal this. Const previous card equal open cards of 0. Okay, the same thing. I just want to make our code a little bit shorter. Okay, so if our cards are matching, we will select our current card and go to class list and add a new class called match. And we are going to do the same with the previous card and to add match. Let's try it out. That's it. That's just the same as we said console.log match, but we will add the class match. So that's it. Now we have matched our cards, but we have a problem here. I will tell you what's the problem, or you will notice it yourself. See this? Okay, now it's matched, but when I did this, nothing is happening. You know why? Because our open cards length, or I will just print it out. See how many elements here? 4. That's not how it works. We are always checking if it has an existing one or not. So when after doing this, we should reset our open cards. Okay, we should reset it to make it 0. You know what I mean? Here, now it's 2. We can't click on third card here. We should reset our opened cards array first to add the next one as the first child or the first element of our array. Okay, so here we should do this. Open cards equal empty array. What's going to happen is like this. it works and our issue has been fixed because we are resetting our open cards. All we need to have is 2 open cards only. Okay. I guess our game is getting a little bit cooler, and we should improve it. So what if our cards doesn't match? Okay, you can just answer it. If our cards doesn't match, all we have to do is remove the open and show classes. So we will just use the same thing. We will say current card dot cs dot class list dot remove open show. Okay, and the same will be happen for our previous card. Okay, let's try it out. Okay, I guess we have a problem here. Yes, the problem is that we have cached our variables here, so we can't access our variables here. So it's going to be current card, and we will just wrap them here. Okay. Okay. I guess we have a problem. Yes. Spelling problem. Yes, it works. Okay. Did you notice a problem? The problem is that we should do the same as we did here when they are matched. We should reset our open cards. Okay. That's it. That's it. I guess you get the point by resetting our array. As long as you have done your operations on both cards, just reset the open cards to give you the ability to create or to add new elements or new cards. Okay, that's good. What do we have next? I forgot what we should be doing next. Yes, I guess we should make sure that the game is over or not. So how do we know this? Okay, that's not that hard. We will create a function called is over, for example. Our function won't take any parameters. Okay, this function will have, or its functionality is to do one thing, is to compare whether our open cards are equal our original icon's length or not. Pay attention to this point. We need to know whether our open cards, okay, now we have 2 open cards, but when we do this, we have 4, okay? When we have all of them matched, we need to check whether if the number of matched cards are equal the number of the original icons. Okay, got it? So to do this, we can't do this with open cards array because we are always resetting it after 2 cards. So we should have an alternative solution. We will create another array called matched cards. It's going to be empty at the beginning, but later on we will keep pushing elements to it. But if you ask yourself, when should you add elements to matched cards? You should answer yourself straightforward. You should add elements to this when they are matched. Okay, so here, when they are matched. Let me explain it here. Okay, here, matched. Here we will add matched cards dot push. We will add both of them. We will add our current card and our previous card. Okay, let's see how it looks. Okay, let's just reset it. Okay, now our matched cards should be empty. Matched cards should be empty. Yes. Now it should be empty again, because we didn't match any cards, but now it should have 2 cards. Yes. Now it should have 4 cards. That's it. That's how it works. So when we match all of our cards, now we have 16 matched cards. And if you try icons.length, our original icon, it's the same, it's 16. So we need to check if our matched cards.length equal icons.length. So we will say game over, or just display a pop-up, or whatever you want. Just understand the idea and implement it whatever you like. So we will say here, if matched cards.length equal icons.length. If it's true, just alert game over. If it's not true, we won't do anything. Okay, now we should have another question. Where should we put the is over function? Okay, let me tell you something. How will you end the game? I mean, we are doing like this. If our game just contains those cards, so here, when we match the other two, this one and this one, our game should be over. So where should we check? We should check not while clicking on this or not while clicking on this, the unmatched. We should click on the elements that they are matched. So we should always check here. Check if the game is over. We will say here is over, okay, to understand the idea. So let's try it out. Okay, 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 okay. So it should work when I click on this one. Okay, it works and it's game over. Now you have implemented your game over function. You can just disable that alert and use display a pop-up or something like this. Okay, let me check Slack if anyone has any question. Alex was having answer clear because he did say that in HTML it will add the icon to the element. Now this is placed inside a loop, so for every element it will. Am I here? The stream is covering all that. For better answer, I would like to see full code. So if you have any questions for me, please let me know, or I will continue. If you didn't get stuck in any point here, just let me know, so I will continue. Other students will take over and continue. As far as I got, another student will take over and take. Okay, continue. Okay, okay. You are my indicator, you know. Okay, let's continue. What else should we be doing here? I guess we are fine, but we should fix some tweaks. Here's a tweak when we choose a card and the unmatched card. You see what happens here? Click on this and it appears and it opens. And when I click on the other one, we didn't see it open, but in fact, it opens and it shows the icon inside it. But because we are saying here, remove the open and show if they are not matched, JavaScript just disappear it instantly. Didn't notice that they were exist. So we need to manipulate with JavaScript by okay. I will tell you what we are going to do. We are going to delay our action. Okay, how do we do this? We will use something called set timeout. Okay, it's not that hard. It's just like add event listener, takes a function, and here you should paste your code. I didn't paste it intentionally to let you know what issues that we are going to face now. Okay, cool. Let's try it out. When we say this, I guess you notice that flash when that's like it's appear so fast because we should add some time here, you know, that's it's calculated by milliseconds. So we just say 500 milliseconds and the comment here, wait 500 milliseconds, then do this. Okay, boom, it works. That's it. That's how you can delay something. But for the best case here, you should just add the open cards inside it. Just wrap it inside the set timeout, because what you are going to face here is a very common issue that you won't understand why it happens. So, for example, we are saying wait 500 milliseconds, then do this. So JavaScript will wait 5 milliseconds, then do this. But this line here will be executed instantly without waiting 500 milliseconds. So when our array gets empty, our previous card won't equal anything, because our previous card equal our open cards of 0. And if we execute this before this, we won't see anything. Let me explain it more. We will put it here. Should works, or at least should let you understand the idea. I don't know. When I tried it before, it doesn't work. I don't know if it was an issue with my browser or something like that, but it's logic. It's logic to put your open cards inside it, inside the set timeout. Okay, I don't even know how it works. We empty it here, and yes, I got it. It works because this variable has been cached here. The variable has already got its value. If we empty our array, it won't do any problem. Okay, sorry if we took some time here, but it's good to see the live debugging. You know, that's what we really know, what we really need. See someone code in front of you and he's doing a mistake and he's thinking about something out loud, and that's it. So I guess we complete this part. So let's refactor our code a little bit. Okay. How can we refactor it? Refactor means write the things in a cooler way. Okay. In an organized way. Okay. We can just wrap all our card event listener, and here we will say I'm improving the code as we are going to add new features to it. So till now we should make it more readable, more flexible for us to know how to work with this. To work with this, you should go this way, and to work with this, you should go this way. Okay, so here we will say click event function click. Our click function will contain all the things here, but it should take a parameter, our clicked, or just our card. Okay, our card, but it's going to be better to just make it the same name, to not renaming all of the cards. And here we should invoke our function. So we will say add click event to each card. Click, and we will pass the card, this card. Our code should work the same without any problems or any differences. Okay, that's good. There is an issue here that we are going to fix later. That you can click on the same card and it's going to be matched because it's really matched. It contains the same inner HTML, so it's matched. But we shouldn't click on the same card twice. So we are going to fix this. Don't worry. After refactoring our code, we will fix this. So to wrap this inside a function, we should call it or something like init to initialize our game, and this will contain all of our code. Okay, our init initialize the game. So until now our code won't work. Okay, as you noticed, there is no cards here because we should invoke init for the first time. So here we will say something like start the game for the first time and invoke init. That's it. Okay, now everything looks much better, but our matching looks really messy. So we will just take it over here and say compare. Okay, I will create a new function called compare to compare the cards. Compare the cards, the two cards. Okay, it's going to be a function called compare, and we will paste our code. Okay, as you notice, we should have the two cards here as an argument. So we'll say current card. I just I avoid renaming them to another name, as we will be renaming. So it's much easier for us to keep it the same name. So other one would be previous card, and we should pass them here current card, and previous card. So it should work the same. We are not doing anything to our code. We just refactoring our code to look better. Okay. And here our is over. It's called, let's comment it. Check if the game is over. That's it. So let's fix this thing. You can just click on the element and it gets matched. We will go to our CSS and create another class called .card .disabled, for example, or disabled. That's the same. We will use something called pointer events. Okay, the pointer events, it prevents the JavaScript functions. So we will say pointer none, pointer events none. It will disable the click events. Okay. I will tell you how it works now, or how can we implement it. We will implement it by add it here, open and show and disable. I believe that we named it disabled. Yes, let's just keep it disabled. So after open and show it, we will disable it to avoid us from clicking it twice, and we will add it here as well. So it's going to be something like this, you know. You might notice this. This is a pointer here, the icon of my mouse, but when I click, it goes up, and when I click, nothing happens here, nothing, and it gets matched, and I can't click again. They are matched. But if we remove it, you will see that if I click on the same element, it would be clicked. And if I even match it between two elements and click on this and back to click on another one like this, it keeps clicking on it without any problem. You see? Okay, they are not matched, so they hide it, but that's not how it should work. So we should keep the disable here. Okay, that's it. It works. It works. Okay. I guess we have a better code now. So if you have any questions till now, as we have improved our memory game. As far as I know, a little bit. So if you have any questions here, tell me. Or if you don't have, just let me know so that I will continue on optimizing or improving our memory game a little bit. So has been an hour. Not bad. Any questions? 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 No questions? Everything's fine? Where is my indicator? Yes, yes, you are here. Okay. So I guess the second part is to reset our game. We need to reset our game. As far as you know, when we click this, yes, I don't know what's happening here, but we have something wrong here. Disable. Yes, yes, we got a problem here. We should remove the disable as we are removing the open and show. You see the issue here? So I mean, when we are clicking on them, now I can't click on them anymore because they still have the disable. So we should remove the disable class from them. So that's add compare. Yes, that's the remove. We should here say disable and here disable again. So when we use this, yes, we can't click on them. Okay, let's implement our reset. This one. Let's select it at the beginning. It's called restart. It's called restart. We're at, yes, here. Let's call it restart. Here we will say const restart button equal document dot query selector dot restart. Then restart button dot add event listener. When I click on the restart button, what should be happen? We should have a click event and a function. Excuse me. Our function should do a few things here. The first thing is delete all cards. That's the first thing. We should delete all cards. The second thing is init or call init to create new cards. Okay. Last thing, we should reset any related variables. What I mean here is something like our matched cards. It should be resetting to empty. As if we keep it as it was, we will start the new game with the element inside it. Okay, that's a mistake here, that your game won't be over, or it would be over earlier. Okay, so we'll start one by one. What did I name it? Yes, cards container. So I will delete all cards by say cards container equal nothing, with inner HTML equal nothing, and then call init. Did you know? Now did you understand why I separated my code into functions? Because whenever your code is getting more complex and complicated, you should make it much easier for you to call this alone and call this alone. So let's just try it out. Now, okay, and when I click on this, okay, what happened is that it's all of the cards are deleted and then they are rebuilded again. So let me explain it. Did you see this? Because I commented in it. Okay, now we have our restart button without any problems. So what else? What else should we implement? I guess the moves. So we should have add move. Add move. Okay, I will create a variable called moves. Okay, I will set it to 0 as we don't have any moves now. So okay, let's just create a function called add move. Won't take any parameter, it will just moves plus plus. It will increment our moves. Here I'm missing something, but I will add it later. Just to let you to explain it in a simpler way. Okay. Okay, now we have the add move function. Where should we call it to add a move? Think about it. The move, when I click on the first card, it's not a move. But when I click on the other one, it's a move. Think about it. The move is when you click on not the first one, but on the second one. So we should add move in our matching area. Okay, so here, whatever it was, equal or not, true or false, it doesn't matter. Here I might call it matcher. Okay, the matcher. But here I will call it add new move. So if your move was selecting two matched card or unmatched card, it doesn't matter. It will add a new move. Okay, so we will add move. I know what you might be thinking now, that we can just say moves plus. Yes, we can do this. That's not how you can work with your code. To work with your code sufficiently and to make it easier for you and for others to understand, you should do something like this to separate your functions, separate your application functionalities. You can optimize each one of them on its own. Okay, so now we will add move. Let's check if it works or not. Don't worry about this, we will remove it. So let's check it. Now our moves should equal 0, but now it should equal 0 again, and we didn't choose another one. Now it should equal 1. Good, it works. And now it should equal 2, 3. Okay, got it? But now it should equal 3. We didn't pick another card. So our second job here is to call or to update this. Okay, we will search for its name here. Span moves. Okay, it's called moves. Great. Here we will use honest moves container equals document dot query selector dot moves, and then here after remember it, after adding a new move, update the moves container, not before it. Okay, our HTML equal moves. Okay, so add a new move at the first and then update the container. Let's see how it works. 1, 2, 3, it works. But as you see, it has a static value here. So we should just remove the static value by replacing it either in the HTML here, here. Yes, this. We can just make it 0. That's it. Okay, now it works. And our reset is working. So I guess that was good for now. So till now, do you have any questions related to what we are doing? Or everything is clear for you, or you need some explanation, something is hard? Okay, ask. Now there is something left. There are two something left in your application or your memory game. The rating system and it's not a big deal. Okay, I will just make the rating. Okay, and a lot of you are suffering from it, and it's really straightforward, and I don't know why people are suffering from it, but you will understand how easy it is. Okay, can you repeat disable? Okay, this I just added a new class here, like the open and show and match. I added a new one called disable. Okay, just let me mark the questions that I'm answering here. Okay, I'm answering this. Can you repeat disable? Okay. Okay, so disable. I added a new class called disable, and all I did is pointer dash events equal to none. This property disable your clicking events. Okay, so whenever you click on this, it won't be clickable again. That's it. And I just added it here in the click. Here, open show disable. As you open and show, just add another class called disable, and here you should add it as well. And if your card doesn't match, you should remove it as you remove open and show. Okay, I answered it. Okay, this is answered. I think we have to reset the moves after reset. Yes, sure, you're right. Here we should say moves equal 0, but what I really like is to make it like this. Here, say the moves from the beginning. Don't rely on this static value here. I don't like the static value here because it will confuse you. Okay, you want to understand that the 0 is the 0 or the static 0. Okay, so just make the container, move the container dot inner HTML equal 0. Okay, this is a dynamic 0 here from our JavaScript, not from our HTML. And here you will notice an issue while doing this. When I reset the game, it will stay 3, but as long as you try to click on another one, it will pack. So you need to update the container as well. Moves. Excuse me, moves. Yes, like this. So when you reset, it becomes 0. It becomes 0. So I guess I answered this question, and it's fine. Moves need to be reset as well. Yes, yes. So it's the same question. Good. Can you show me how you know the query selector moves? Okay. What I did is that I came here, and you will note that in this section you have this one. You have the moves here. I didn't create it. It's created by default here. The moves. I just query selector it. Okay, great. This is answered too. Thank you, Pascal. I think after restart, the moves keep counting. Yes, we have fixed it. You are welcome. About the responsive bar, should I put the whole game inside visible in the mobile? But I put one corner about if you really okay, Pascal will answer you, but further than Pascal's answer, you can check my memory game. I have made it responsive. All I did is just I was manipulating with the media query for each card for its width and height, as As you see here, it has a fixed width and height, but with media query you can just resize it based on your needs. Okay. By the way, I keep it 4 in each row. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Is there any questions here, or should I move to the rating part? How can I do my... Okay, Alian will answer you. Any questions, or just move to the rating part? Continue. Okay. It's going to be a fun part. Okay. Before starting with the rating part, you should understand its structure. It has an unordered list, and li contain a star icon. Got it? So let's move to our JavaScript code and select the parent. Okay. Here we will select stars contain equals document dot query selector dot stars, I guess. We'll double check it. Stars, yes. Okay. Think about it. Our rating should be a function rating. Okay. Our rating function should be measured by something. So you should measure it by the moves. How many moves? And if he did X moves, then he deserves 3 stars. And if he increased his moves to X, so he deserves 2 stars only, and so on. So here we will implement it. So we will check if, for example, moves are greater than 5. I'm just checking it with you guys. Okay, we will make it much better. But for example, if moves is greater than 5, so we will say stars dot stars container dot inner HTML equals. This is a very stupid idea, but I will just do it to let you understand that you can make something small, but it would work, and then you can improve it. So we can do it like this. Let's try it out. We just need to call our function, the rating function. Where do we call it? We will call it after each move, and it makes sense. Set the rating. Okay. So after each move, we will set the rating to keep it the same or to change it. So let's try it out. Yes, it works. Now we have 2 stars. Okay, that's not that hard, I told you. But you can make it in a better way. But as long as you understand the idea, it's going to be fine. Okay. So, okay. Let's make it a little bit logic. So we have 16 cards. We have 16 cards. So the 100% moves would be 16. So we might keep it. I would just use switch moves. A switch has many cases. Okay. So first case will check for 20, for example. If the user reached 20 moves, so the star container.inner HTML equals this, 2 stars. Okay. And then break. If you are not familiar with switch, so it's something good. You are learning it now. I'm just setting cases instead of saying if, else, else, if, else, and that thing. So, for example, 25 moves, our star container dot inner HTML would equal only one icon. Like this. Case break. Okay, that's how it works, or you can just make it like this, or make it using if condition, whatever you like. Okay, I'm just giving you some idea and hints here. Okay. So to make it better, greater than 20, the inner HTML would be 2 stars, else if moves greater than, no, it won't work. This won't work if we did this, it won't work. Okay, as the first condition would be always true, so you might need something like a range. Okay, so between 20 and 25. Okay, then else if 25 greater than 20. I guess that's fine to say moves greater than 25. Okay, greater than 25, the inner HTML would be 1 star only. Okay, it's going to be 1 star only. Otherwise, it's going to be 3 stars. Okay, guys, it's not the best idea. I did a better one in my code, but I'm just trying to make something fast and just to give you the idea of it, just the big picture, or how you can do it yourself. So here we will say stars containers.inner HTML equals 3 stars. Okay, and whenever we play another game, this should be 3 stars as well. Where is this? Okay, this should be 3 stars. Okay, let's try it out. Okay. Okay. We got a problem here, but that's fine. We should look for it. There's something wrong here that we need to think of, but Let's just focus on the rating. Okay, nothing is happening. I guess it should be working. Yes, so I guess in the second condition, if is no, it should be like this. It should be greater than 20 or 50, 70 and 25, for example. That's it. That's a very simple implementation about this, but it doesn't work again. Okay, let me check it. Yes, there is something wrong here. Else. Again, just less than 25. Again. So I don't actually see the problem here, but I'm sure we have a problem. Let's just remove them. Okay, I guess we should remove the open cards from the set timeout. To fix that multiple open cards at the same time. So now we can't open 3 cards. Okay. Even if we can open them, we want to get affected by them. So I guess that's good for our hour and a half. So I didn't check Slack, so I will check it now. If you have any questions. Oh, Monica, how are you? I didn't notice your comment. Okay. Oh, thank you, thank you, all of you. So I guess my live should be ended now. How do I view my memory game as I'm working with Sublime Text? You can just search for any live preview. Just search for live preview for Sublime Text or HTML live preview with Sublime Text, and you will see a lot of ways to do this. Thank you so much. Thank you. You are welcome. So, is there any questions, or should we end it? I guess for now we have answered almost all your questions. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm sorry for the bad quality. My camera didn't work. So I apologize if I got messed up. It's first live, it's not the best, but I promise that the next live or whatever I'm going to do next will be much better than this one. Okay, so I guess if you have any questions, you can ask the other students that will be following up with you now, and I will be with you again, answer your questions, but via messages, not live. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.